Alright, this is going to be the Yuweyawata field station. It's part of the quest In Search of the Past, which is a story quest. I have one previous video that is In Search of the Past Part 2, kinda, where I talk to all the trust here, and I think I talked to Galool Ja as well, because they have the option to small talk. I'm not going to do it again. That's at the beginning of the last video. The rest of the last video is me realizing I don't have the item level to do this dungeon, and then figuring out for like 50 minutes how to get the gear. If you have the money and you're willing to spend it, you can just go buy some gear on like accessories specifically is what I needed. You can just buy like 740 or 710 accessories, those are item levels, on the market board. If you want to take the time and grind it out, you can do Alexandria over and over. I can't remember today what that, because that was yesterday. I can't remember what item level that drops. I think it's in the 6. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might not have ended up being enough, but it should technically be. I don't know, but whatever. Anywho, let's go. Bosses 2 and 3 are crazy, so I'm looking forward to that, and also scared.
'Twould be a pleasure as always.
What I didn't do is listen to what they say when you pick them.
Let's get to it.
I stand ever ready. 'Twould be a pleasure as always.
I won't let you down. Let's give it our all.
Alright, and I'm gonna go
Let's get to it.
as always. I think I went Alpha.
'Twould be a pleasure as always.
Alpha no healer,
I stand ever ready.
and Raha will be some kind of like a black mage kind of thing. I'm keeping this chat open because I haven't tinkered around. I haven't tinkered around with it enough to figure out how to get rid of free company chat, like have my own little spot for that, but they are going to say things, the trust are going to say things during this that I want to pick up on, so apologies to free company mates if they get annoyed by that. Also, I'm going to pop some food here. So we enter Yuweyawata. The camera's going through this forest. Got some rocks and some kind of purple glowy crystals. We got some towers with some lasers shooting down for some reason, but I can't see them doing damage at the moment. We have kind of behemoth ram hybrids. We have those treant things that walk on their 2 arms instead of legs. Their legs are very small, they hang down. Galool Ja is here, but he's not participating, so don't worry about the little guy. Let me figure out what skill speed? No, I'm on red mage, so it would be spell speed. We'll do this one. Okay. Bye, Galool Ja. Stay here, or stay back at least. We must have come far. My father must have come here for a reason. The lightning hasn't let me up. The lightning hasn't lit up here either. I guess Galool's coming with us, but hanging back. Well, I gotta have at least one headphone in, I think, to keep. Okay, first set of mobs is 3 of those treant things that walk on their legs. They kind of sparkle with this energy as well. There's a purple lightning that sparkle. They have line attacks, kind of thick, kind of long, that will target random party members. I certainly do that. These other targets that me and Raha.
If I may.
Why would I want to target something further away?
If I may.
There are beasts here too? Said Galool before that fight. This is one of those behemoth with the ram kind of head things and 3 force bats. Go in.
If I may. If I may.
Blocking our way goes away. The lightning rods are still operational, says Alpha. Still kind of running along. It's like it's forest-y. We got those purple sparkling like electric crystals along the road on the other side sometimes, but mostly it's just rocks and trees. 2 more of those. We walk on our arms, treants, and then this like hybrid. It's a weird dragon. The tree thing has... I don't know, the dragon is the one that has a circle and it's like a T-Rex dragon in that it doesn't really have front arms, or obviously T-Rexes have front arms, but this one doesn't have them at all.
You cannot stop us!
It kind of has a weird instead of a dragon. It's long, thick beak for a face. Next group along this forest path is 2. They're called woolbacks, but they're 2 of those like behemoth ram mixes.
If I may.
So part of the thing is, I don't think these trust AoE stuff. It seems to be very single target, except for the tank. The tank's always going to be doing it seems. But like, it always seems like one monster is going down way faster than the other. Another log just gets disintegrated in our path. You did it! Not exactly a leisurely trick. And our first boss is cool, but not that crazy. It is a Lindblum Zagnol, which I believe this was the final... Is this the final thing in the Lindblum hunt in Final Fantasy IX? Because it seems familiar. I guess we've stepped into its territory. Oh, sorry, Graha said, not exactly a leisurely trek. That one looks mean, be careful. This one will have some pillar things. Again, as I say, watch. My preference is Demon Slayer Gaming channel. That's dude explains things really well. Electrical overload is gonna hit everybody. We'll charge a pillar. We'll gore the pillar. And then from that pillar, we're gonna shoot line attacks. A lot of them. What's it doing? Use the pillar with its tusks. Is it consuming either? So you're gonna have to dance between these lines a bunch. They kind of come in waves. It's not as hard as it looks. Don't panic. And then he's gonna flip the pillar to where that thing is pointing, so get away from it. Like far. And then from that point, from that new point, those lines are gonna appear again. And then we're gonna have to spread out after, but it's not a big deal, we got plenty of time. Heal yourself. Okay, so now we gotta kill these electrodes. They're just gonna keep popping up. We got some circle AoEs just to move out of the way of. I think this is a fight where the AoEs will rotate out. Just kind of weird all the pieces. And I think we're done with that part. Go back to killing them. And it's like a time thing, you know, he's building up energy, he builds up too much, he's gonna one-shot him. And he's got another pillar, and he's gonna dodge things again. There's no real, advice, I would say, for like, it's better to stand closer, farther, but you do have to run. I'm gonna get hit by that probably. Ooh, I got lucky. Spread out mechanic, along with just some circles that'll pop up, you guys gotta dodge. Oh, I have vulnerability up. And then he's gonna gore another pillar. Take him out in the next 2 minutes. I had a feeling this would be interesting on this character, and this class specifically, because of how much I have to move around. Even Red Mage that gets the occasional like quick spell. Oh yeah, I'm putting this on. Hell yeah! I got an upgraded hat. I'm level 725 is what drops from here. I think that means. Can I just see? Okay, whatever. What did they say? Hold on a second. What's it doing? That was really bad, Muklamat. It's pierced the pillar with its tusks. Is it consuming the ether? It's trying something different. Is it gathering power? Look, the ground. It's fond of that tactic. An easy win. You are credit to your title, Valve Resolve. We're gonna run up some stairs made by people. So the facility is still here. What kind of research did they do here? A remote facility with a secret purpose. I did note, yeah, research notes. I was gonna say, in the video I watched to get the lay of how the fights work, I did notice this. This might also be the part, while His Majesty Zeral Ja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. I think this is the portion where the tank would generally want to stand in front, but I don't have that option. It's only gonna be like one group at a time. Got three kind of like, they look like zombie, like thin, emaciated zombies. This is the best way. Oh shush. You're a zombie dog. Research note number 2. There's like cages. We're in metal walls now. Galool Ja is staying plenty back, but we have crates, metal walls, kind of like observation chambers with blood splatter on the windows. Big crates where animals could be stored. Here's a research note. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain, and while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. Galool Ja says, what are those? To the wolves that probably attacked us. More blood on the ground, other viscera. We see we're pods here where there are what looks like people gestating in liquid. You know those guys, like you see in sci-fi sometimes, those cylindrical, obviously this is for the sight impaired, but picture an upright cylinder inside of which is just kind of bubbling water and a humanoid shape just in there. These are people, right? Oh yeah, we got some dead people on the ground, but they're getting up. They're moving. Hey, good job, Whoop. You stacked them up. That's not something you see in Trust or other tanks like FFXIV. Not always concerned with yeah, 5 zombies. Rotten researchers. AoE rotation does burn through red mates. It's one of the few situations that I've ever thought of really no one keep it up for a long time. What is make that? Is that like a female researcher or something? Oh, I think it is. Yeah. Ugh, that's creepy they put that kind of. What happened here? Which way? Treasure coffer. Ooh, I can put those. That'll probably be pretty good on my healers. Got cuffs. Heck yeah, bracelets. Another research note, but we are aggroed first by more rotten researchers in like this kind of giant course is what it's called.
have you! We mustn't hold back!
Giant has a somewhat line, not too long, not hard at all to step out of. Oh, research note. Number 3, I think. The rate of transfiguration, may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with fiends of great power, but mutations were observed far after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Tyrol Vidral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Galool Ja says, "Ah!" when those 4 attacked us. We're kind of running through what kind of looks like a prison corridor, and the doors open. We have these crawling zombies. Gross. And one of the big guys. Potency 440. 440. Am I just never supposed to use Jolt anymore? Have I been doing it wrong? I have to do some research. Because Jolt 2... Oh, that's not Jolt 2. This is Jolt 2, you idiot. I'm an idiot. Frick. Never mind, I'm done. I'm so dumb. Okay. Ah, more of them. What was Father doing here? We have reached the end of the hallway. One more note. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories? We stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. That sounds like a great idea. Another treasure coffer. My rogue at one point in time at level 100 can wear this. I mean, actually probably should keep it around for that reason. I'm gonna put it in armor chest actually. Boss number 2. I have a bad feeling about this. That's Galool Ja. Dang it. I have a bad feeling about this. It's a floating dude in a chair. Sorry, a dude in a floating chair. And for a head, it's like a miniaturized version of one of those cylinders where the bodies were floating. All I can see from this distance is kind of like this blue cylinder atop its head. This is a rough fight. I'm going to do my best to not die and to explain what's going on. But again, Demon Slayer Gaming Channel for a better explanation that I can give. We won't be passing through without a fight, says Graha. Yes, you're right. Let's go. Dark Souls is a tank buster. It goes to the middle. Free spirits. That just did AoE damage to us. And then we got a bunch of curved lines to avoid. Again, not as bad. I'm not going to worry about DPSing while it's happening. I don't want to get hit by shit that makes me vulnerable. But it goes on for a while. And then it's a donut. So try to stay close to him. I kind of forgot the donut part. And then you don't have a whole lot of room to move out. And he's going to put these cones are going to alternate. So let the first one go off before you move. And then a spread out mechanic, which you can do without hitting the tank. There we go. Perfecto. Lost Hope does something. Oh, it's this shit. You want to get to the outside? As fast as you can, because you will die if you're not. Shit. I'm gonna die. No? Lucky? Yep, that was bad. I had a feeling I might be bad at that. Again, AoE. God, I think I screwed up. Avoid these spiral things and the spread out mechanics. And then they're going to have the cones that are going to rotate and a spread in mechanic, stacking mechanic. What's this? Ooh, so far so okay. Bloodburst. Scary. I was just gonna keep spamming Bloodburst now. Probably hurts more if you got hit by one of those rolling things. Free spirits, I think that's just then we gotta do the thing with the stuff. It's not really a trick, but you don't have to move. Okay. You surrender your souls to King Galool Ja. Come forth, my dear souls. What now? Or what now? They're gathering. This bodes ill. I won't let precious samples escape. Discard the flesh, extract the soul. Stay calm and keep your distance. Sorry, stay calm and keep your distance, says Graha. I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up. I can't move. Wait, when could you not move? Keep your wits about you. Why not serve a greater purpose, the King of Resolve's purpose? Even worse than before, relinquish your souls for the glory of Alexandria. More souls. The work demands more souls. Where'd it go? Even worse than before. I think he says it again. Even worse than before. Relinquish your souls for the glory of Alexandria. Would that we could tame the beast, but the seal is already... The seal? The beast? What was he talking about? It keeps going. So should we. You get... Ooh, Dragoon Hands. Heck yeah. Got some upgrades. You could spam this for pretty good upgrades. These are I'm level 705. Yeah, that's still good. I needed 690 to do this one. My red mage was at 670 when I found that out. I bought 2 pieces off the auction house, the market board, whatever. Is that a storm? I can hardly believe my eyes. That's Alpha, not Gra. Indeed, a door has opened. I think it was a drawbridge kind of door because it went away from us and down. So like we're walking on it now. And we're kind of outside, and there is this maelstrom. Just kind of like this tornado, but with rocks slowly, like big rocks, boulders slowly floating around it. In the middle is this pulsing light. And we are going to fight these moles that kind of look like rock moles. And one big just rock. You heard that right, we have a monster that is a rock. And what rocks do is they fall. So this one will have an AoE underneath it. The moles, I don't know. Plummet is an apt name for that. Elf knows going to get hit by that for some reason. Do it again. It's really sad. My AoE is still as low as it ever was. We're talking like potency 140, potency 210. I mean, obviously you're hitting multiple targets, but my other shit,
Back off!
If I may?
360 and 440. So I think if I'm fighting 140. Just barely. No. If I'm fighting 3 or more, or sorry, 3 or less, I should be doing single target, I think. We have 2 like floating, like sprightly loam keeps, so like these floating like rock crystal things in one of those big things that's like in the ground. But you see the head and 2 arms. It has a wide cone. It's not too long, but just don't.
We mustn't hold back. If I may?
It might especially be that I should be doing single target when you add in the fact that acceleration gives me some interesting kind of multi-target options that work that are just part of that single target. They're not even options, they're things that happen naturally. I'll show you if you do another. This time a boulder disappears in front of us. Or actually, not disappears, it is smacked by another boulder. Something's wrong. Don't rush ahead. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? We may soon face our fiercest foe yet. Savage aim materia, level 11. Let's go. 2 more rocks, 2 boulders. See, these do AoE. Or they kind of do. Okay, that should, let's go through this. Let's do. This is an AoE. And this is an AoE. It's not usually. Oh, it's not an AoE. Okay, my bad. Alright, 2 boulders will be fine. I think I said it. I'm not sure. does single target rotation actually does give me, especially if I do sword play, which I don't have. Well, I could do sword play AoE, which is 130. I think it's 130 the whole time. Okay, yeah, that's probably still better. Oh, maybe not actually. I'll have to do some math because I'm kind of. Anyway, we have 2 golems and a a rock behemoth. So I will do. I'm just gonna. Does this get better? No, it's still like.
We mustn't hold back.
It's slightly better. If there was a cone attack that was dodged, or yeah, it's a wide cone, so standing close to this boss, not boss, but rock. I don't think the rock is special.
If I may.
At least one sword play, and then I have my. Cutscene while we see this sphere of that like maelstrom kind of gets fiery, and then there's an explosion, and floating is a really long teeth, basically like a were bunny. Tiral Vidral Lunipiati. A were bunny the size of a grizzly bear, and ferocious teeth. Big claws. The pathway has been laid for us. Has that thing been sealed away all this time? Tiral Vidral, no doubt about it. Galool, stop running ahead, dude. Come on, man. Food is gonna run out soon. I'm just gonna pop another one. I don't want it to go. Yeah, it's a waste, but whatever. I don't think it's that expensive. I get this shit for free for quest completions, and I probably have more somewhere that'll be fine. Galool did. Okay, we jumped in or walked into this little like one of those teleporters where you fly through the air to your destination. This is a hard fight also. I'll do my best to explain what's happening, but once again, Demon Slayer channel, Demon Slayer Gaming 1 channel. It's much better than me. Let's go. Yeah, you can hit me first. Oh shit. Okay, Raging Claw is gonna do a lot of damage to the half the battlefield that it's facing. I almost messed that up. Neopine Roar, I think that's unavoidable damage. And then it's gonna make the outer part of this thing bad. And then we got, okay, there's gonna be a small space that's fine. These worms are gonna go from one spot to the other spot. So just don't stand in any of that. Once again, wait, this looks weird, but this looks like a safe spot. I thought it was gonna be harder than that. I'm gonna spread out the feeling. I think underneath the boss is also bad. Just FYI. Yeah, I did that. I don't think I'm gonna spend a safe spot here. Shouldn't it be safe here? Yeah. Also gonna go boom, 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 boom. Okay, you go. Oh shit. Oh no. Yep. I knew that one was a go. You start out and you go in. I just didn't time it good. what I do. I didn't understand why I got hit by those spirals. I thought that I was away from all of them, but... Alright, let's go. Go. Oh shoot. Again, that first thing is a raging claw, and it will probably just kill me. It's a multi-hit, so... I don't know if that helps. Okay, so this is safe spot. I mean, it's not going to be. Yeah. Safe here. And then I won't be. Yeah. This thing, shit. Okay, Grah, I'm gonna go with you. Okay, yeah. So you can run through big things as you see the, like, big exploding animations, and then you're fine. We're doing this first, so we got worms now. Look at this. Here. Alpha knows the deal. He and I will spread out here in a second. Problem there. Crater carve. I think that means we have this outer. Yeah. And then I think we want to go to the opposite side of him. Right? Isn't that the next thing? Yeah. So you can sprint if you need to, but now's not the now's not the time to sprint. Sprinting comes after this. And this is why I want to play ranged. If you need to sprint, do it, but I don't think you need to. I think you cut it kind of close if you don't, but I don't think you need to. And then be behind him for this part. And we're gonna spread out. Luckily with enemies like trust, and then we have a stack mechanic. They're probably not gonna run off. But it is easy to kind of just get panicked and run off this platform because the outer, we have one ring to escape. The outer part is poisonous, so you run into it, you're gonna take damage over time. Maybe get a debuff on it, I don't know. The inner part just doesn't exist. There's a big hole that it created.
I have you.
Run away, and then you're gonna check out which direction this dude's gonna start the booms, and run the opposite direction. And I didn't need sprint last time. The video made it seem like you probably would. I don't think it goes all the way back to him. Oh god, that part might need a sprint. Shit. Stacking mechanic. Oh, I guess.
No holding back.
Not often I get to use this. First part for some dumb reason. Oh, my god, I got cocky for a second. I'm like, I'll be fine. having a dash. Without a dash, I do not see how anybody does that. Right? Like, am I crazy? No, 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 no. Cool. Cool fight. The second fight and third fight are very, very unique. First fight, that pillar mechanic is also unique, but not like scary hard. Fights 2 and 3 are hard in ways that you have to be on your feet. You have to be on your toes for sure. Okay. And we shall, after 46 minutes, I'm so sorry. Coffer gives us pants for my red mage. Hell yeah. Make sure, yeah, they are an upgrade. Alright, red mage goes from 690. I think I got 2 pieces of gear here. 690 up to 693. Cool. And my healers and my dragoon will be getting gear as well. And I have gear saved for when my rogue ninja gets all the way up there. Not to mention anything else that uses dex. I think it's really just the ranged attackers, isn't the ranged physical attack? Oh, rogue isn't ranged. I don't know. Anyway, let's leave, check out the cutscene afterward. The bunny is still here.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
I think, yeah, that's at the facility we just came from? Yeah, I guess so.
The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject.
We're in this kind of like lava-ish, but mostly rock. Like basically a volcano. Like if you're going up a volcano or down the slope of a volcano.
Though I expect Galool Ja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Get one of those white flashes where I think I get a flashback about what happened from somebody else's perspective. We see Galool Ja in that maelstrom.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This is Kaneloka, whose name I remember from someone we talked to. I believe they did mention he was either the lead scientist or one of the lead scientists for this experiment. Give me a second here.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
The maelstrom rages on. I guess it's a maelstrom cage. I think the idea is that this Tural Vidral. Oh, by the way, sorry, we see.
So, you've given him permission?
Says a Galool Ja woman we are seeing for the first time. Also, kind of wearing similar, like, scientist clothes to the other guy, but I think the idea here is, I don't remember if our Liga Armanda was like wind aspected to Vidral, and then being encased in ice was good for that. In Pokemon terms, ice beats wind, so that may have been why. This dude, this bunny guy was like all about manipulating the earth. They had like, you ran away from one of those mechanics where the damage is much higher the closer you are to the center of it. So you ran away from that, kind of like an earthquake, that gets weaker over distance. And then he also would rip up the earth in that like ring where it was chasing you around the ring. So I think having him in this wind sphere, keeping him disconnected from any earth or rocks, is the way that they imprisoned it. How they maintain this wind sphere cage thing is, another question. But
Galool Ja, you will assist Kaniloka.
Galool Ja. Tom E Sam Hal Ja Ja.
As one of the Land's Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me.
She seems sad.
You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
Sad may be the wrong word. She looked down at the ground as if, like, there's something she wanted to say.
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
He's been looking away from her the whole time, just kind of staring at the vortex, occasionally like looking over his shoulder a little bit as he talks to her.
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Here and now. She's got the hots for him. Or
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours.
Still not looking at her. He is a big, strong warrior, badass, like, no doubt about it. So she may have the hots for him for that reason, or because he is the only Galool Ja in this shielded off area. Like, she can't get anywhere else to have a baby, is what they're talking about, or what she's talking about. I don't know if he knows that yet, but he walks past her.
That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle.
He stops a few, 5 steps away from her, like back still turned to her, barely even, I don't think he even looked at her when he turned around and walked past her.
But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
She watches him walk away, back toward the facility. Looks down a little bit again, kind of just eyes open, like, is that what I really want? Is maybe what that face is supposed to look like, or in tone? Oh, of course the hat that I have on is covering my eyes too much.
Are you alright?
The bunny goes away, explodes, as they all do. Turns back to ether. I explain what I saw to Wook, and I guess everybody else. They're all thinking.
Galool Ja. Could she be my mother?
I think that's the only option, really.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Galool Ja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubico women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, She could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Galool Ja there.
That's where we're going next, then.
I don't like headgear that covers my face, so I'm probably gonna have to glamour it. I'm gonna do that first, and I'm sorry. Glamour. My Roseblood Chapeau was doing good. It covered less of the face, at least. Oh yeah, hell, well, what else do I have? Just nothing? A hairpin? I want something. I'm probably gonna do the red mage hat. Definitely not. No, not a blue. No, not blue. Let's see. Glamour dresser doesn't have anything. Okay, so it's just a regular chapeau. That showed plenty of my face, in my opinion. Cool. All right, talk to Galool Ja in this same area. Well, actually, we're back inside the facility. It looks like, to finish the quest. I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone, because there aren't any other Galool Ja women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliyola and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. We get to pick level 11 materia. Gives you 18 of a stat. 10 to go. Well, I probably have plenty of tenacity materia that I can't see it. It's in my bank. Yeah, okay, so let's choose spell speed. Why not? I think I have plenty of piety too. Cool. So is it Yuweyawata? I don't think I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. But yeah, Yuweyawata field station is complete. The quest in search of the past is also complete. Alexandria, I think, gave item level, I want to say it was high enough to reach 690, but you might have to get literally every piece of gear on your person through the Alexandria, like spam it. I'm talking over and over and over and over and over again. I think. I don't know for sure, but that's one way I think you can do it. Orogenics is only level 99, it doesn't give high enough, but Alexandria I think did. But anyway, I will see you next time for the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now.